Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter. Is the press missing the mark when it comes to covering the president? My next guest says yes. I think he would know because he's interviewed just about everyone during his popular long-running program, The Phil Donahue Show. One of his guests was a young Donald Trump. You see here back in 1987 when Trump was just a budding real estate magnate. So what does Donahue think the media could be doing better? Let's ask him now. He's with me here in New York for a rare interview. Phil, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you, Brian. And by the way, congratulations on your new baby.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
She's
we're looking 1 month old. She's watching right now.
Well, we're looking for good news, and we welcome her.
What do you see? You see a lot of bad news out there? I mean, we're 5 months into the Trump presidency, and you're not known for being a very conservative guy.
No, that's true. I think the press really missed, or at least ignored, an important story, and that is, as Trump walks out at the rallies, people, all those cell phones that are above the head, that you see from the back?
Yeah.
Who are those people? The mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg, is the one who is saying his constituents are looking at all this and saying, what about me? I think the mainstream media it's Trump, 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 Trump. They haven't drilled down on why is he president? How did this happen? And I think they're going to discover that, I think it's already revealed. These are angry people. These are, as we know now, white working class people, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. These are the people who make things. And maybe they haven't had a raise in 8 years. The rumor is that their company is being sold. Their kids can't pay back their college loans. They come back exhausted from their day at the factory, and they read the paper where a guy in a hedge fund made $1 million on Thursday. You can't do this to people. Sooner or later, they're going to go kaboom. And they did, and the kaboom expressed itself in the election of Donald Trump. Same circumstance for Brexit. David Leonhardt, a new
New York Times, yeah.
A new voice on the op-ed page, and I think a welcome one, had a fascinating piece just this week. He makes the point that the reason the people who elected Donald Trump president didn't vote. If
you mean because so many people didn't vote and sat on their hands?
Right. The victory for, or at least the people who would cause him to lose would be the people who didn't vote, who wouldn't have voted for him. It's a little bit of a difficult thing to grasp, but
I made that mistake
true.
On air yesterday. I said on CNN, 46% of the country voted for President Trump. Actually, no, about 19% of the country voted for President Trump, and then a little bit more for Clinton, and then a lot of people didn't vote.
Hypocrisy is killing us. We're running around America, and at least half of us don't vote. Only 17% of 18 to 24, the earliest voters, are not voting at all. Older voters have a better record, to be sure. But it's really, I think, apathy that's killing him. Bernie did get it, but it was cynicism that killed him. Well, I would like to vote for him, but of course everybody knows he can't be elected. Socialism, woo. We are under the spell of these old ideas that are in our McCarthy.
What kind of old ideas?
Well, that shut down government, and everybody will start up a small business. I mean, this is the Republican mantra. The only thing government should do is build things that go boom. And we have people out here whose financial strait is serious, in deficit. And now we've got a healthcare. Republicans are sleeping with a time bomb, and they're not sure what to do. But it's all making the middle class angry.
And I would say to you, lots of Trump commentators are on television. I think what you're saying is, sure, there's people that represent Trump's point of view on TV, but we're not seeing enough focus groups and enough interviews with normal Americans.
Right, I agree with that. And, it's the people in South Bend. When I was there as a student at Notre Dame in the 50s, South Bend was the home of Studebaker. They made cars. So that's all over now. And the people are left with a television shows that are talking about Trump, Trump, Trump. And I have to say, and by the way, he gets on the airplane, a big old airplane, flies anywhere in this country, and 4 cars meet him, old black limousine, and he goes to the nearest largest venue in that area and sells out, not an empty seat, walks in, and now they're producing these. This is fascinating to me. The other night at his rally, there were 4 or 5 really cute white girls. There are black people at those rallies, but you got to look for them. And they're behind him.
Oh, you're talking about the rally the other day he had in prime time on
Well, it's
TV.
happening more and more. They're being produced. These little girls are taking his picture. He turns around, he faces them, and they're taking, and then they're showing.
You don't think that was a coincidence, huh?
Oh, come on. I mean, this is a brilliant management of a campaign.
It might make for a great
continues.
spectacle, but isn't it a problem that he's really only speaking to his base, to the folks that brought him to Washington, and not to the rest of the country?
Right, but his base was enough to get him elected because of all the people who didn't vote. The ages 18 to 24, for example, early vote, 17% vote. We haven't inspired our kids. We are hypocritical with our braggadocio show about America, America. If we don't use it, we'll lose it. The reason that's a cliche is because it's true, and that's what's happening right now.
What would you be doing if your program was on the air today, the Phil Donahue Show? How would you be addressing these issues?
Well, first of all, I'd be first in line to have Donald Trump.
To interview them?
Yeah. I mean, it's counterintuitive not to. As you know, the coin of our realm is the size of our audience. We don't draw a crowd. Next week, we'll be parking cars. And Trump draws a crowd. Les Moonves was criticized for saying that it's the best thing and he gets ratings. It's true. It's true. I mean, why would we not put, he's Elvis.
But do you think he would come on your show? Right now, he's only doing friendly interviews with Fox.
Well, probably not. But I'm saying, I have to acknowledge that this is the dilemma that people in media face. But please, talk to the people out there. Find out why this happened. There isn't enough attention given to that, in my opinion.
Even 6 or 7 months after Election Day.
Well, we finally realized that white working class, middle class people were angry. And angry enough to go kaboom. And the kaboom manifested itself in the election of Donald Trump.
Do you feel like the country's ever going to get over the election? The president was tweeting about it again this morning about Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Are we stuck?
This is a hell of a story. This is it's a revolution. It's a revolution light. They're going to be talking about it I mean, there's no bodies in the street and we're not shooting each other yet. But, imagine, compare Trump to Eisenhower. I mean, for example, this is my president, who I grew up with in the 40s and the 50s. This is bewildering, and it shouldn't be. If the press got out of Washington, stopped worshiping power, go like so many people, Amy Goodman and other people are doing, go to where the silence is, you're going to get more truth the lower you go. All you see on the Sunday shows are secretaries of this and that, and powerful people. Let's talk to the real people. Find out what they think. Get out of Washington. See what's going on in Iowa and the Midwest. It's going to make us more informed, and it's going to alert us to this huge event that has happened here. Suddenly, you have op-ed people. They can't find enough adjectives to express their disgust for this man. And I wish they would commit that much energy to figuring out who are the people that made this happen. And I think they're going to discover it's not in the stars, it's in ourselves. We got Donald Trump because we let it happen. We didn't vote, we were apathetic, and we looked up and think, now, holy cow, we got a, I don't want to say it, we got a PUSSY grabber for president, and we are appalled. We can't figure this out. And one of the reasons we can't figure it out is because major, elite media, as he would call it, failed us.
I like your point about the lower you go, the more truth you'll get. Phil, thank you so much.
Okay,
Great to see you.
Brian.